GETTYThe SNP are failing to improve broadband at a fast enough rate. According to Matt HancockFergus Ewing, Scotland's Rural Economy Minister, has bizarrely tried to claim the SNP are leading the UK in terms of the scope and the ambition of our broadband vision, despite rollout of the internet service lagging behind England and Wales. A report from the regulator Ofcom concluded last week that 87% of all premises in Scotland could access superfast broadband, while 92% and 89% could access the service in England and Wales respectively. In a damning assessment of the SNP Scottish Government, Mr Hancock said the SNP need to get real. These figures lay bare how far Scotland is behind the rest of the UK. It's a lamentable performance. It's a pity that the Scottish Government has been sitting on millions of pounds of money we gave them more than 3 years ago, which could have been spent improving Scotland's performance. Speaking to The Telegraph, he added they were a long way behind the rest of the UK, and the report shows they still are. 6% of Scottish premises are unable to even access decent broadband, which is double the proportion in England and a higher percentage than in Wales. However, Mr Ewing has defended the SNP's record. Sunday, April 9, 2017. Men, the colour of the tie is the most difficult decision they have to make every day. He said the UK government would like you to think that Scotland was lagging behind the rest of the UK when it comes to broadband. However, the reality couldn't be any more different. He said that the Westminster government were ignoring the wealth of evidence that highlighted the improvements being made in Scotland. The MSP added the facts speak for themselves. Scotland shows the largest increase in the UK, both in terms of urban coverage up 4% and rural coverage up 10%. The report criticising broadband coverage in Scotland came just 3 weeks after the SNP minister insisted that it was completely untrue the country was falling behind the rest of Britain. A spokesman for the Scottish Conservatives has also criticised the poor superfast broadband coverage of the English border. They said, in selectively quoting last week's Ofcom report, Mr Ewing omits to mention that it found that double the proportion of homes in Scotland cannot get decent broadband compared to England. Matt Hancock has told the SNP to get real. Scottish Government. Scotland's Rural Economy Minister, Fergus Ewing, has defended his party's record. The SNP has been caught napping in its delivery of broadband, and thousands of homes in rural Scotland are missing out as a result. It is only right for UK ministers to join Scottish communities in demanding they get on with delivering the responsibilities. Mr Ewing will update the Holyrood Parliament later today on the Scottish Government's progress on plans to make superheats broadband available to every premises by 2021. He is expected to announce they will reach their interim target of 95% coverage by the end of this month.